video since I'm passing by 20. I just passed by Union, and they signaled to me that the sheriff is getting allegations about me. The sheriff is pale right now and been absorbing chemicals, and they're making allegations to him about me. They're defaminating 67. That's where Ron Good works at. There's his trailers over there too. That's his truck right there. It's one of the units he uses there. That's the American Exterior Cleaning Services. You can see it there. There's Hispanics that work there. Those Hispanics are committing fraud and theft and being helped by landlords and business owners. And then across over there in that neighborhood, there's people moving in and out and exchanging their properties, criminalizing the area more and more. So that's what they're doing around me every single day, and then they're laughing and humorizing about it every single fucking day. Humorizing while they're melting my kids from the inside, feeding them chemicals that they're distributing inside the foods and contaminating the foods. And then they're sitting there keeping me away from the disputes. They're sitting there keeping me away from the disputes while putting in surveillances and hacking into security equipment. Here goes a Hispanic right here. These people are sitting there alligating to the sheriffs, and they're in big network with each other about what they're doing. They're networking so much they found out how to really socialize it. License plate to that truck unit there. It's a fat Hispanic. So this all connects to Efren Medina, John Lang, Ronald Good, all of them connecting and approaching to each other and what's going on. And then these people right here are also trying to signal to me with body languages, all these different types of things and situations as well. Right up the street, you have the landscaping company that's changing their names. Right here, the green truck, follow me, the license plate number right there. 2301820, two white people. But that's when then they're sitting there trying to push up on me and sitting there taunting me with body languages and attitudes and different types of psychological socializations to be able to be manipulative and throw me off as much as possible while they keep feeding people feces and contaminating food products, all chain linked to each other. The sheriffs and supervisors helping out the gang members in Rockford, Illinois, pushing them in and out and then driving them around. And everybody right now is pausing while these radios are sitting there listening in. Somebody just said thank you as they try to figure that I'm just now realizing what's going on, and that's not true either. I'm catching on to every single one of them and what they're doing specifically and individually. And that's just what that is right there. And then ready to cover themselves, going with abnormalities, going back to normal, being normal. People taunting me, giving me faces like, what the fuck am I looking at? This has been going on for 6 years now, and it's gonna keep going on for as long as this thing keeps going on. So that's what they're doing, placing security systems through the union workers, construction workers, and things like that, then making false allegations, passing them to the prosecutors and sheriffs and trying to attack me in that type of way specifically. That's not working at all. My mom's committed perjury, allegations of schizophrenia, and other things like that in the neighborhood after Yashnera Ruiz came in contact, had sexual relations with a human sex trafficker whose family is feeding my kids feces and bodily fluids, and everybody's just playing stupid with stupid faces. They're pushing me out and basically killing me. They're hurting me right now, my liver and my lungs right now, from smoking marijuana, from contaminated marijuana at the facilities at Maple Glen. All that stuff is going on right now. I've been catching them on video, what they're doing, trying to point them out, and they're covering themselves, just playing dumb. That's not what's going on. Then they're in dispute about it, and then they're covering themselves with the dispute, saying it's a hostile, violent dispute going on. It obviously is, when they're contaminating people, foods and stuff like that, and their essentials enough to kill them and send them to the hospital and make them look like nothing's going on, and they're trying to restrain them and That's exactly how they're trying to do me. Force themselves onto me and cover their disputes on the theft and fraud that's going on.